Hello, and welcome to another video on Chessverse. I am uploading after a while, and now that I'm back, I'll be telling you my favorite openings if I'm playing as white. Now, I did a previous video where I did the same thing, and I told you openings while playing with the black pieces, and this one will come in handy when you're playing with the white pieces. So, do enjoy the video. And yes, if you have any feedback for me, please feel free to leave that down in the comment section below. I am more than happy to accommodate that, and I will surely bring it in on my next video. Thank you and enjoy. The fried liver is basically a variation from the Italian game. In this variation, the Traxler counter gambit, which I taught as black, will not work for black, and we will easily win the game. Now we start with the Italian game, which is e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, and bishop to c4. Now this bishop is attacking this weak pawn, and as black, we learned how to defend this by playing this move over here. But let's say black plays the move knight to f6. Now we will play knight to g5, threatening to capture. And if it was the Traxler counter gambit, indeed black would play this move over here. But let's say black blocks this attack by playing the move d5, which attacks the bishop and attacks the center as well. Reinforces another square, and yeah, black can counterattack. In this position is capture this pawn, and if black would like to trade the material off, you could capture this pawn, which is lurking on d5. Now what we do next is sacrifice our knight by playing knight takes on f7, and since it's soaking the queen and the rook, black would want to take the knight. Now what we do here is deliver this check with the queen on f3. This queen attacks the knight, which is already under attack by the bishop. The queen won't be able to defend it, and it's also a check. Now the moment black goes to either this square, this square, this square, or this square, black will be able to escape, though we will recapture the knight, and the king will be really exposed, giving us a great position. Now, if the king goes to a square like this, it's checkmate in one or two moves. As we capture, the queen can capture back, we capture the queen, and the bishop blocks, it's checkmate. Or it's the other way around, the queen comes in, the bishop still blocks, and it's checkmate. Now, the best move for black here is play the move king to e6. Now, since this king is already very weak, we will attack this knight with another knight on c3. And the best move for black here again is play the move knight to b4, which is attacking this pawn, threatening to fork our pieces. And in this position, we just start attacking this king. We can play moves like this, or we can actually capture straight away. And yeah, try not to blunder your queen here, by the way, because the king goes back. This bishop is still attacking it, so you have to move the queen after that. And overall, the black king is very weak, and it's a great position to be in. There could be moves like capturing here. If the knight captures back, we have this move, and overall, this is looking great for white. The London system is regarded as one of the most dangerous openings in the game of chess. It's one of the most aggressive ones, and you're about to find out why. Now we start with the move d4, and black most likely responds to d5. We bring a dark squared bishop out, immediately covering this diagonal and completely asserting control over this square over here. Now, black should ideally bring his bishop out to his or her bishop, and it would be sad if they just block it using the pawn, because that doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, let's say we have the move knight f5, reinforcing this pawn, knight f6 that is, sorry, and we play the move e3 in this position. Let's not go knight to f3, as that move can well and truly be delayed. Now, let's say now we do have the move e6, and here we can now play the move knight to f3, and black, who does realize that this bishop is really dangerous on this f4 square, would like to trade it off by playing the move bishop to d6. Now, if we take, it can be captured with the queen, so it's not a huge problem, and this pawn is also there, though that would kind of ruin the pawn structure. Now, in this position, many chess experts would agree to just slide the bishop back, because now if black takes, this rook is open, and castling for black can be delayed. Play e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. And this time, we don't go bishop f4, we go bishop f5. Now, what this move does is remove the defense of this pawn indirectly. And once we capture this knight, this pawn will be undefended, which is the whole idea at the start. Now, there are many things black can do to defend this knight or defend this pawn. So, black can either let go of the knight and or let go of this pawn, but the most ideal way is playing knight to e7. Now, what this move does is, if white captures the knight over here, black can recapture it and still maintain defense of this pawn. Now, here, white should continue with normal development with moves like knight to c3, and then soon go up to d4, try to attack the center. And after we have somewhat diluted this knight out of the square, we can still capture this other knight and destroy black's pawn structure. The best opening you're gonna see in this video by far is gonna be the Queen's Gambit. It usually works with you gambiting a pawn at the start, which is this queen side pawn, and later on you achieve a really good position, which is better for me as compared to all the other openings in this video. So let's get started. We have d4 again, d5, and here we gambit this pawn, which is the queen's pawn, hence the name Queen's Gambit. Now, black, if black is a beginner, then they will surely capture this pawn. And what we immediately do over here is play the move e4. Now we have complete control over the center, and there's only one pawn that can directly threaten the center. We're not talking about these ones, though they can. And what this move also does is open the diagonal for this bishop to come here, and our queen to soon come on these squares. And yeah, now we can attack. Now, a move for white here is knight to c6, attacking this pawn with the knight and the queen. We defend it. We have a couple more moves like this, and eventually we have such a setup where our pawn has a lot of space on our opponent's side of the board. This knight is attacked. Like if it comes here, for example, just gets kicked out again, and it's on a very awkward square. So our pawn is completely secured, and this pawn is also about to fall really soon. We have moves like this coming up, and overall, it's a great position to play in. Great, that is it for this video. Hope you liked it. I know I'm not going into a lot of detail with the theory, and it's alright for me to do that. At least that's what I think, because this channel's just started a few weeks ago, and along with this channel, as I'm creating it, I'm learning a lot more theory about chess myself. And in upcoming videos, I will be explaining each and every opening in detail whenever I have the chance. And all of these are just brief combinations for all the openings. The same thing was said in the last video, and I hope you won't take that to heart. Anyway, thanks for watching this, and make sure to tune in on the next one.